Sorry, Dodge, you're not keeping your ear to the asphalt, because if you were, you'd still make V8s and you'd make them kick ass. But instead, you're keeping your ear to what the EPA, government, and all of the other pressures are basically forcing you to do. And you are trying to tell us it's something different. Hey, what's going on, guys? Os with Gone on 60. Just filming at night. I was just able to watch the release that Dodge just made of all sorts of things. Let's talk about this mess that I think it is. Let me share with you guys my quick reactions, my quick thoughts. I'm not going to be doing any editing in this, so it is what it is, so sorry. So Dodge just recently did a reveal of a lot of different stuff, and I'm going to try to unwind it. I'm not going to give a recap of every single thing, but I want to give my thoughts and impressions. The thoughts and impressions that I have, I love the show Parks and Recreation, and Ron Swanson talks about whole ass one thing, don't half-ass a lot of things. And I feel like what Dodge just did was half-ass a lot of things, in my opinion. I feel what Dodge just rolled out was a lazy, shotgunned approach that is trying to hit the mass markets in a lot of different segments. If you guys don't agree with it, I know that might be a harsh take, but I'm just giving you my raw initial reactions. So last run of the Hemi, you're gonna get a plaque. You can order some of the old colors like B5 Blue, Plum Crazy, all of that. You're gonna get a special plaque. It's the last year of the Hemi, and I didn't think Dodge would take this approach. I thought maybe they'd keep the V8 for another year or two, have the EV balance some of their emission stuff, but they're just saying, hey, last run. They're releasing a convertible, and they're not going to be the ones doing the convertible. They are going to take your car, deliver your car to the dealer, then that dealer is going to ship it off to this third-party company who's an expert at making convertibles, I guess, then ship it back to the dealer, and hey, as I've bought and sold a lot of cars, just the issues I've had in transit, that you guys will even find out more of news that I have, but it just gives you a greater risk for your car arriving damaged. And trust me, it happens more than you guys would think. But a convertible, okay, great. That hits a small segment, but not the entire segment. Rollers and drag cars, cool. The roller, like $8,000 for just like the shell, so you can kind of build it how you want it. And cool, I guess, but once again, very small segment. The Durango Hellcat, I feel bad for you guys because you've already been told that the Durango Hellcat was in its last run, so a lot of people bought it. Well, they're bringing it back. They have this dealership incentive program that honestly, I need to rewatch it again to fully understand, but that just sounds like a confusing mess of certain models based on allocations and dealerships that get them, and I'm not following their logic here, in my opinion. They're trying to create a lot of different things, but what I don't see is innovation. What I don't see is changes, which, hey, don't change or, don't try and fix what's not broken, because it's not. It's a model that works. But so they're basically still going to make the Challenger, but they'll have somebody else, kind of cut up the top and make a convertible out of it. The last run of the Hemi, they're all in on electric and gonna probably move to this Hurricane, inline 6 model. I love the CEO of Dodge. I like his passion. You can tell he likes these cars, and he's done a tremendous job with the brand. And Dodge, you've done a tremendous job with the brand. But if you're going out in style, I am gonna go out on a limb and say you guys missed on this one. I need to watch it a few more times. I've watched it a couple times, but there's nothing cool in it. Okay, you brought back a Hellcat that you've already made before. Nothing new. The Challenger convertible, nothing new, and you're not even making it. You're outsourcing it. Rollers and drag cars, I think that's cool for a demographic. You guys can build your big, bad drag cars, but a lot of us don't go to the drag strip or build those cars. So I get they're trying to scratch the itch and give everybody what they want. They're bringing back special colors. They're doing plaques for these cars. But guys, all I hear is just a sense of urgency to try and make people buy kind of the last version of the V8 and that they're going to run. And I just think it's markups. I don't see how the consumers win in this because, okay, great, you go buy your last Challenger or Charger, but guess what? It's gonna have the same horsepower as the previous one did. Now, I need to reserve judgment because at the end of this, maybe, there's a couple more reveals. In my opinion, Dodge would have been better off doing away with everything they announced today and make one final change or one big bad push for V8s. But it's like a Coke freestyle machine. Sometimes the more options you give people, it actually doesn't help increase your sales. It doesn't allow you to market stuff effectively. Dodge is just a brand that they just haven't really evolved or changed. And this last hurrah, I watched it and okay, they're trying to give stuff to everybody, and then they're gonna get rid of the V8s and try and force all those V8 peoples into electric cars. I am not following their logic. I obviously don't have all the answers, but I think my general consensus is they just kind of half-assed a whole bunch of stuff, hoping that it hits this demographic, when all we want is the Hemi. And you're telling us, okay, hurry up and go get your last one. Well, guess what? You don't think that they're going to mark up those cars? You don't think that, even with demand right now, it's hard to get a car ordered in a reasonable time. And granted, I think chips are going to be made here in the US, but if everybody rushes out to get one of these special cars and get a special plaque, that your Dodge isn't changing whatsoever, there's nothing new to it, that they're going to make these cars come out faster. You don't think it's just going to create a backlog? I don't understand what Dodge is trying to do. Okay, if you want to kill off the Hellcat, that's fine. People can accept that because they know that's coming. But why not keep a reason to keep the Scat Pack around or the RT around? Make some modifications, do it. The problem is Dodge is looking for as many ways to save money as possible. Cutting off the convertible Challenger, there's no extra, there's nothing to them. They're going to charge you more money for those cars. Absolutely. It's going to cost you a lot more. And Dodge isn't even going to be doing the work. They're going to be outsourcing. They're going to ship it there, ship it back. You guys go pick it up. The rollers, do you know how easy it is for Dodge to produce those cheaply? They said $8,000, which, hey, that's a win. But Dodge is just trying to cash cow this thing and try and ride off into the sunset. But man, you're getting rid of something that has kept your brand even relevant, which is the Hemi V8. And it's a big gamble. In my opinion, and I know emissions and EPA has a lot to do with this, Dodge would have been better off at least trying to keep one V8. If it's the RT, if it's the Scat Pack, that's fine. And still have your electric. Sure, bring out, a turbo V6 engine. But at the end of the day, I just don't follow the logic. And the Hellcat thing, you just pulled out the rug from a lot of other people. And what happens if here in a couple of years, the election changes and laws change? Are you then going to go back and say, hey, guess what? You bought the previous Challenger and Charger and you got a plaque and you said it was the last one and you paid all this money for it. Well, guess what? We're bringing it back. I think they would have been better off with less is more, something focused and just something different and new. And granted, I know a new platform and different things cost a ton of money for these companies to do, but Dodge has been milking the shit out of the Challenger and Charger, and they're just continuing to do it. But, guys, I could be wrong, and maybe they come out, in my opinion, they still need a really big V8 type announcement, but with what they said today, they're gone. They're gone. So there's still a couple other announcements, so I'll hold my breath. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe Dodge will surprise us, but they're firing off a shotgun and hoping it hits a really small target. But yeah. Anyways, guys, those are my initial thoughts. Awesome with Gone in 60. If you disagree, it's all good. Leave a comment below. Thanks, guys, for watching. Catch you on the next one.